Mac, just want your perspective on team things, since you have a good feel for the roster. When Bobby McCain was let go last May, was there a concern about the qualities you were losing as far as obviously reliability, communication skills, what he did in coverage? And has Javon totally, and not saying anything negative about Bobby's part of this, but has Javon totally relieved those concerns because of how well he's played?
I think in this business, there's always a risk in getting rid of somebody has been here or who has a role, whether that's he's a leader in the locker room, he's a dude that produces on offense or defense or in the kicking game, and there's always a risk in doing that. And I think the only way to mediate that risk is by getting a player that can kind of fill a lot of those roles. Obviously, Bobby was doing a lot of things. He was producing, he was a leader, he brought energy, he did a lot of things. And I think Javon has done a great job at filling a lot of those roles. He's a young player. It's hard to just immediately become a leader, but I think the one thing about this league is if you become a good player, it's easier to transition into becoming a leader. So I think he's on that path. So yeah, I think a lot of that risk was mitigated by getting Snowman.
Excellent, thank you. Also, one other big picture thing I was going to ask you. Fans sometimes go over the line. They get angry when a player is not able to play for whatever reason. So Will has taken a lot of criticism, even though his injury is not his fault, for not playing. Do you ever, as a teammate, do you see him, do you see Devontae, do you see guys personally impacted in terms of being upset they can't play? How they deal with it from an emotional standpoint?
Yeah, I think everybody's a little different on how they deal with stuff, but I think what's unfortunate about this league is you have to be the tough guy all the time, even around your teammates. It's hard to be in the locker room and be like, I'm so upset I'm not playing. It's got to be like, oh, I'm putting in this work to get back. I know personally I had an injury and I was out and I tried to be the tough guy, and that eats away at you. But I think every guy wants to play. Nobody's in this league and is like, well, I just want to get paid and not play. I'd rather, if I'm going to get paid either way, I might as well play and have fun. Like nobody wants to come in at 7 a.m. and do treatment, and then the one time that all your friends and family are watching, you're not out there. So I would say every guy wants to get back. Every guy is trying their hardest to get back. But I guess for the fans that say, oh, he's not doing this and that, if there's a fan out there that can come to me with their perfect attendance at work, not missing a single day, then maybe we can have a discussion. But I think everybody has times when they want to be somewhere and they're not able to.
Good answer, thanks.
I wanted to make sure I heard something. Javon Hollins' nickname, did you say
Oh,
Snowman?
Snowman? Yeah. That's that 8 on his chest, that Snowman. Yeah. And he's Canadian. Yeah, there's a little bit of stuff. I did not come up with that. That's just the locker room name.
Mack, going back to leadership and being a leader, is it more fun to lead when you're winning?
Yeah, I mean everything's more fun when you're winning, but it's easy to lead when you're winning. 5 weeks ago when we were in here talking, it wasn't as fun to have a conversation about how we're going to keep doing the same things. We're doing the same things, but now the result's better. Kind of like what we said 6, 7, 8 weeks ago when we were on that down streak. It was we're going to keep doing the same things and the result's going to turn. And now the result's turning, and it's easy to think we're doing something magical. We got the secret. All of a sudden somebody found out the secret 4 weeks ago. We're doing the same thing. We're putting in the work, and now that result's paying off. Those seeds we planted are finally growing.
You can see momentum building with the defense and the offense during this win streak. I know you really love special teams. Is it harder to build momentum on that side of the ball just because the frequency of plays isn't the same? And do you maybe see you guys getting better in that area?
Yeah, I think it all goes back to confidence. Like any aspect of life, if you're confident in it, you'll play well or you'll do it well. And I think offensively, defensively, and in the kick game, we're starting to build confidence. We're seeing the results. We're seeing, hey, the stuff that we're doing is working. And now it's like, okay, let's do it again. I know I've already done it once. I can do it again. I can do it again. I can do it again. With the kicking game, Duke comes and blocks the kick early. Everybody's mindset in the kicking game is, oh, we're about to dominate these guys the whole game. Sometimes it can be tough when it's a stalemate. Okay, he punts it, fair catch. Like nobody really gets a vibe for the game. It might be 2 quarters into the game, 3 quarters into the game when it comes to the kicking game. So you just always, when you go out there, this play has to be the best play because this may change the momentum of the entire game in the kicking phase. And if we can dominate a team in the kicking phase, it makes it easier for the offense and defense to build confidence.
How,
Jalen Waddle catching passes at such a high volume. What makes him so good at getting open? And then now recent weeks we've seen him also add the downfield.
I mean, he's been coming to my camp for a little while, just in and out the break, stuff like that. Been coaching him up. No, he's a really good player. All right, look, y'all about to try to sign up for the camp. You got Mack Fitness, you got Mack Routes. No, he's a really good player. He comes to work every day. He put in the work all camp. Usually, the guys that you see in training camp doing pretty well are gonna do pretty well in the season. You're usually not like some severe drop off. Like he's a fast player. He knows how to get in and out of cuts. He knows how to attack a ball when it's in the air. He understands offenses. He understands defenses. That stuff is critical in being successful. And now, as the season goes, he's getting better and better because it's coming quicker. It's coming quicker. It's coming quicker. And now he's able to play loose. He's able to hit higher speeds. He's able to get out of breaks quicker.
He's on pace right now to break Anquan Bolden's rookie record for receptions. How big would that be for not just him but team?
If we're losing, it's worthless. If we're winning, it's great. It's added accolades. But at least in my opinion, I don't know how I'm sure he's kind of on that similar page, but winning will make it all better. Like if he breaks this record and we lose out, cool, you got a record. But you're also watching other guys play from your couch. So I think that would be a great added accolade on top of if we can continue to win ball games.
Mac, last time we talked, or at least I talked to you, was before the Jets game, and I had asked you about, do you like celebrating down on balls at the 1 yard line or scoring touchdowns more? Did a 65-yard touchdown change that answer?
No, that'll never. Down in like punts, special teams is a little different. Like that gang of guys is different. Yeah, it was great to score a touchdown and a long one at that. But like Duke's block punt, like you see, I don't know, it's a different vibe. It's hard to describe, but it's like I kind of said earlier, like you only get one chance at it. Like offense, you get a couple opportunities.
Do you and Duke overlap in Philly?
Yeah. So I've known Duke for a few years. We actually went on a visit to Philly before the draft. That's when we met. Then he and I ended up meeting him we were in Philly together for a year, and then here.
Have you guys been friends since, or?
Yeah, he followed me everywhere. Like, the dude want to be me.
Doing the same things, grinding away, and eventually the results come. But if you're doing the same things, why do you think they weren't coming before?
Honestly, I don't think we were doing the same thing. I think we talked about it more than we did it. We said we practiced hard, but we weren't really practicing hard. We said we were studying extra film, we weren't studying extra film. We said we were coming in and meeting, and we weren't. And I think when guys realize we can win if we do it, we started doing it more. And now it's like, it's second nature. This is what we do. We come in and get extra work in. We come in, we lift hard. We come in, we practice hard. And now we're getting the result.